Today we're going to be focusing on parallelograms. Just now, we did that activity and we went over two different properties that parallelograms have. We are going to go over the 4 different properties that they have. First thing I need you to know is the definition of a parallelogram is a quadrilateral where both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. So, more likely than not, I am going to tell you it's a parallelogram. Like on the test, do this to the parallelogram. All right? You do not need your Chromebooks open, so please shut them. The first property, the one that everybody got right, is if a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then its opposite sides. What did we know about the opposite sides? They are congruent. And what does congruent mean? They're the same. What nobody got, probably because y'all were a little bit nervous about the protractor, but what I want you to add on this side is not only are opposite sides congruent, but opposite angles are also congruent. Opposite angles are going to be the same. Please write that down. When you are done writing it down, please open up your notes. Say that again? No, we're doing all 4 today. Yep. We're just going to do the top 2 together. Open up. Everybody got that down? Boys, I've already told y'all twice. Shut them. We can take it away. Thank you. All right. For this next problem, or example 1, what side is going to be congruent to AB? CD. So AB is congruent to CD. So if this left side is 5, what's my right side? 5. What about the top is BC, the bottom is AD. And you could write those vice versa. You could write CB and DA, it doesn't matter. But if my top were 8, what's my bottom? 8. Am I going to give you a question that easy on your test?
Yes.
Maybe. Opposite sides are congruent. That's what I need you to know. Now, you're definitely going to see a question like this. Don't you agree this is a little bit more complicated? So, what is 5x minus 2 going to equal? But what's it going to equal? Why is it going to equal 11? Because if this side's 11, what's this side? So now, 2x minus 5, I don't know why I said 5x. 2x minus 5 equals 11. Now can I solve for x? We have not solved since November. It's been a hot minute, right? So let's remind ourselves, how do we get x by itself? Got to do the opposite. Get rid of your side chick. Plus 5 on both sides. And then what do I do? Divide by 2. And 16 divided by 2 is 8. What questions do I have? Yes.
Wouldn't it automatically be 11 because they're parallel?
Yeah. So both of these sides are 11, but now right here what we're doing is finding x. So x wouldn't be 11, but this whole side is 11.
So how do we if it equals 11?
So you're used to me putting x on the whole side. In this case, I'm saying, hey, if I know this side is 2x minus 5, I'm just having you go a step further. This right here isn't asking you for the side. It's asking you for the value of x.
So where x comes from?
I just made it up.
Okay, so with the bottom one, it wouldn't be 9y less than 1, would it be 28?
No, so what does 9y plus 1 equal? 28, because the bottom does equal 28.
So that wouldn't be congruent anymore?
These two would be congruent. So the y doesn't, so I get what you're saying. I get what you're confused about. The y is not representing the whole side. So watch what happens when I solve for it. If I do 9y plus 1 equals 28, if y'all can quit talking and write, I'm going to solve. Shh, boys. If I have plus 1, what am I going to do? And then divide. 27 divided by 9 is. Now, Mia, if y is 3, I can plug that into here. What's 9 times 3? 27. Plus 1. That's where it comes from. Same thing right here. X is 8. What's 2 times 8? Minus 5. It's 11. So that's where I'm just asking for X and Y. I'm not asking for the sides on this example. Right here, I was asking for the whole side, which you would do that. Yep, good question. All right. What other questions do I have? Slide on over. Example 2. Example 2 says...
Judge, so it's...
Yeah. Here. Give me a second, I'll give it to you. Example 2, oh no, come down here. What would be the same as angle A? What would be the same as angle A? C. So the way I want you to write this is angle A is congruent to angle C. What would be the same as angle B? D. Angle B is congruent to angle D. So for this example, what do I know about this angle right here with 7x minus 1? What do I know about 7x minus 1? It equals 139. 7x minus 1 equals 139. And solve. How do I solve it? Plus 1. And does anybody know off the top of their head what? Thank you. Opposite angles, Maddox, are the same. They are congruent. Logan, what are we doing over there? Opposite angles are congruent. Please close your notes once you've got that written down. Yeah. All right. Next, I want you to write down these next two, and then I will explain what they mean in just a second. So the next one is going to be consecutive angles are supplementary and then the other one is diagonals bisect each other. All year long, when I have said next to, what type of angles have I been talking about? Adjacent. I'm going to say that today, but I'm not talking about adjacent angles. Can everybody look up real quick? Do y'all agree 1 and 2 are adjacent angles? 3 and 4 are not adjacent angles, but do you agree they are next to each other? Okay, these are called consecutive angles. 3 and 4 are consecutive. 4 and 5 are consecutive. So they are all next to each other if I walk around. Does that make sense? Okay. What does supplementary mean? They equal 180. So write that down if you forget. They equal 180 degrees. So what this means is the angles next to each other in a quadrilateral, or not in a quadrilateral, in a parallelogram equal 180. I'll show you what that means in a second. The other one, what does this word bisect mean? Cuts in half. It does go through each other. It does intersect each other, but it does it special because it will cut it in half. It is perfectly in half. And it will happen every time. This was one of them that nobody got this period. They got every other period. I was surprised. When I told y'all to measure every line, I wanted y'all to measure even the little ones. But I was going to let y'all do what y'all wanted to do. So if you were to look at from a different class period, what they got, let me see. This is how they did theirs. So you see how they got 8 and 8. 13.7 and 13.7. That's an example of that. So open up your notes, please. So this says find the so this right here. What do I know about angle A and angle B? When you add them, what are you going to get? You are going to get 180 degrees. Maddox, Angel, write this down. What about when you add B and C? When you add B and C, what are you going to get? 180. And C and D? And A and D? Bless you. If they're next to each other and you add them, you are going to get 180 degrees. Vice versa. Look up, please. I'm telling you angle A is 80 degrees. What else do you know? What else is 80 degrees? Why C? Because up here, what did we say? Opposite angles are the same. So everybody put 80 for C. How would I find B and D? Subtract from 80. What is 180 minus 80? And if B is 100, what is D? Now, can you check if you got it right?
Yes.
Do all of these, when you add them, add up to 180. That's what this is saying. So right here, what do I know right here? How do I set that up? I have this one and I have this one. What do I know about them? They add up to equal 180. So I'm going to add them and do 120 plus 5x plus 20 equals 180. We have not solved a problem like this in a while. What do we do? 120 plus 20 is, so I'm just going to add these together, and I get 140. And now it's your normal problem. Who do I get rid of first? The 140, the side chick. What is x going to equal? 8. How are we doing? We okay? Okay. Last but certainly not least, can I move on? I see a couple people writing. I'll wait a minute. Okay. Last one is about the diagonals. Remember we said the diagonals bisect each other? Boys, stop. What goes with BE? How about you look at my board? What goes with BE? ED. They will be the same because they were cut in half, so therefore they're the same. What goes with AE? AE. And you can do EC or CE, it doesn't matter. They are the same. So, what does 5x minus 1 equal? Why? It's the same on both sides of that diagonal because it's bisected. So it is 5x minus 1 equals 14. What does 9y equal? 18. Because the same side of that line should be the same. Be careful. There's no side chick here. What do I do? Just divide. Just divide. And what's 18 divided by 9? 2. You do the next one. Solve for x. X does not equal 5. What did I say? I said x does not equal 5.
I was just making up a number. I just said 500,000.
Oh. Okay, we'll just write that down then. All right. You have glue at your desk. We did not glue because we were not in the room yesterday. So you have 2 things to glue down. The first thing I want you to glue down is yesterday's polygons, the flip book. Page 51 is the flip book. The second thing I want you to glue down is today's on page 52, parallelograms. Glue that down. And then you are going into Schoology and you have an assignment. And then you're done for today. Go into Schoology and do the assignment.